All right, you guys know him. We love him. We got Fireman Ed joining the show. Fireman Ed, how you doing? I got to change a little thing below the screen here, but how are you doing today?
I'm good, guys. Great. Excited. Good to see you, GreenBean, Matt, Ryan. Awesome.
Thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy day to hop on here with us. So I got to ask you, how are you feeling about the Aaron Rodgers acquisition?
Very excited. Very excited. At some point, after 40 days, we were starting to get a little wacky. I mean, how many times can you just refresh Twitter, refresh Twitter, refresh Twitter? The great thing was, I come upstairs from where I was at, and I refresh right away, right? So I look at my iPad, and all of a sudden I see Schefter and see all of them start clicking it. The trade has gone through, and I automatically grabbed my iPad and I said, my emotion, I want to have this emotion because it's been building up. So when I went on my Instagram, Fireman Ed 42, that just was real, man. That just came out, and I wanted to say something to him, so it was all good.
Dude, it's awesome. I mean, the passion that this fan base has is unlike any other fan base in the NFL. I mean, we've just been berated by bad quarterback play, and we've had some good players, but we haven't been able to get to that point where we're getting into the playoffs and really showing it out for the rest of the league. So getting Aaron Rodgers in here is really going to make things, kind of special. Who are you expecting will benefit the most from the Aaron Rodgers acquisition across the board? Do you think it's Garrett Wilson, or is it someone else maybe on the team that we're not necessarily talking about?
I think the whole team's going to benefit from him. He affects everybody in that building. See, before I answer that completely, what I was most excited about was Aaron Rodgers embracing our history, understanding where we're at, looking at the fan base. He addressed the fan base. He addressed our history. You had to be pumped up just listening to him when he said, I came in the building and I seen the Super Bowl III trophy and it looks lonely. I mean, you got to be kidding me. I was out of my mind at that point. I said, he buys in. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He wouldn't come out and say, when he asked him, what your contract is. But what he did do, and he didn't want to give them all in. What he did do is the smaller people that talked to him, he said, I'm not one and done. And you know what, man? Listen, he answered all the things we wanted him to answer. We waited 40 days for this. We were losing our minds. All of us. GreenBean, Matt, I follow all of you. So I know what was going on. And, we all feel the same way. Listen, the bottom line is we're excited as hell. We got he's a master. He's an absolute master. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to happen. I really didn't. When I came out, I said I wanted Derek Carr because there was no compensation. I thought that we were going to go for a lot more than we did. Now, I'm okay with a second and a first. I don't have a problem with that. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and he's still got plenty left in the tank. So I don't know what you want to give up for him. I mean, I don't know exactly how you're going to fleece somebody. You got to give up to get something. So I'm okay with everything.
Yeah, right. You got to pay for proven talent, and that's what the Jets did. You got someone in here. How many bad draft picks have we had over the years? We've all seen the montages of everything. You're telling me I could trade D. Milliner and Stephen Hill for Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, I'm going to do that every damn day.
Yep. There's no doubt about it. So, hey, it's exciting. I know everybody's really pumped up. We really wanted to hear what he had to say, and he knocked it out of the park. His press conference to me was he knocked it out of the park, man. I mean, you couldn't ask for more. And right away, what does he say? I loved what they said to him. So were you gonna practice any? How about tomorrow?
I loved it.
Perfect.
Totally.
Dude, just immediately hopping into the off-season programs. We're not waiting for mandatory workouts. It feels like he's bought in. Like you mentioned it before, walking through, and he sees the history and everything going on. When he said we haven't been to the playoffs and we haven't gotten a Super Bowl, he's embracing it. There's very much a recognition. He knows how to work the media, and it felt like the media was just like eating out of the palm of his hand.
There's no question about it. I love Bruce Beck. I love these guys. These guys put it. They've been around a long time. These guys. They know what our fan base has gone through. They've seen it firsthand. I mean, they've watched the Giants go to 5 Super Bowls since we're in that mess of Giant Stadium, which actually was better than MetLife. But
I agree.
Yeah,
it was. Listen, we didn't want to be in Giant Stadium, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but when you looked at the venue and what they did with the new stadium, it's a disgrace. I mean, everywhere you go in this country and you go to all these venues and there's not one that, we got the worst venue. I mean,
it looks like a soup can or like an air conditioning unit. There's no visual appeal.
They were worried more about the luxury boxes than they were anything else. Right. I was told that before that even happened that it was going to be kind of like Seattle, and we were going to be in and we were going to be on top of them. They went the opposite. They went completely out. When I'm doing a Jet chant, I'm lost. Half the people can't even see me. So it's the truth. I mean, listen, we all feel the same way. We're all passionate. We all want the best for our team. We all want the best fan experience. I get it. And, I tell it like it is. They think he's part of the Jet organization. That's bullshit. Okay? That's bullshit. All right? It just is. And anybody that knows me knows that. Now, do I have a rapport with the Jet organization? Of course I do. I've been around. This is my 50th season. And I've been going to Jet chant since 86. What do you think? I'm not going to talk to them? Of course I'm going to talk to them. And I respect them. And I know they're trying to do the right thing. I know that they are. I know Woody's been trying to do the right thing. He doesn't know how. And he's starting to learn. And I think finally, guys, we got, our history. We finally, I think, I know we have the GM and the coach. So I'm good. I'm a
big fan of this GM, and I think we finally got someone that knows what the heck we're doing right now. Mike B. Hi-Ho Jets fan says, thanks for coming on, Johnny, and welcome, Fireman Ed. So Mike says hi.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
UK Jets fan, he was reaching out to me beforehand. He heard you were coming on. He was very, very excited to come in. UK Jets fan says, this shout out is to Fireman Ed. You are effing awesome. Players come and go, but Ed is Jets for life. Hopefully, I will get to shake your hand one day. The Aaron Rodgers shout out was off the charts. Much love and respect from the UK.
Thank you. I love the UK Jet fans. I actually did a video for them yesterday because they had their draft party on Thursday. So I did a nice video for them. They got a lot of fans over there in the UK. I love those guys. I love the guys and girls over there. The best.
It's awesome. Everyone's chiming in right now. We got V-Man saying, hey guys, tell Fireman Ed about the good luck charm I did to get Aaron Rodgers here. V-Man, I don't even know what was the good luck charm. Do you guys remember GreenBean or Matt?
Oh, yeah, he buried an Aaron Rodgers card outside of where the Jets used to practice.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hardcore.
That's all right. I was wearing the same underwear for till the whole offseason. So, yeah, dude, we all have our own thing. Jake Asman hops in. He says, a bunch of Jets legends on the stream right now. Jets, Jets, saying hi to Fireman Ed. What's up, Jake? Glad to have you in here.
I love me some Jake. That's a Long Island boy. We got to get
him
back in the New York area. He's representing us in Houston, in Texas. Jake's the best. I love Jake.
Jake's
He's going
good
big
people.
Places, Jake.
He is. Tom Cahill pops in. He says, can't wait to hear the volume at the stadium this year. That first Jets chant, Ed, is going to be so friggin' electric.
I'll tell you what, fellas, I was talking to one of the guys, and he asked me, how's it going to be like? I said, how is it going to be like? I said, well, first off, the last time I think the crowd was completely berserk, I'm talking about from the beginning of the game, was the 2000 playoff game. That was the last time that we were really like out of our minds where you didn't listen. Here's the deal in this, and I hope we open it up against the Patriots because I want to beat the hell out of Belichick because we owe him a lot, including this 15th pick that he jobbed us out of on the 14th pick. Anyway, that's another story because he hates us so much. Clam face, chowderhead. I can't stand him. Anyway, he hates it. He hates us. He hates the Jets. I hate him more. Whatever he hates, I hate him more. So that's it. Anyway, what I can tell you with this opening day, in 2002, right, with the home playoff game, and a lot of the guys were young, they don't even remember it or whatever. Some are not even born, who knows? But it was electric, right? And we know that. I know you guys remember it. It was electric. Okay. You gotta 10 times that because there was no social media.
Oh, yeah.
No social media. There's no build-up. There's no build-up at that point. The build-up that you find it started April 24th at 4:45 in the afternoon. I'll never forget it. It was April 24th at 4. Maybe I'm off a couple of minutes. 4:35, 4:37.
Close.
Boom.
I'm just going to tell you, from that point, the hysteria and the insanity is through the roof. The only people that will not be in that game, in that stadium, before the game, and I'm talking well before the game, is either the drunks that don't really give a rat's ass, or they don't have a ticket. They don't have a ticket. Because if you have a ticket and you have a pulse, you are going to be in there when number 8 comes out of that tunnel. You know you're going to be in there. And I got news for you. We're going to rock that house way earlier than that. Way earlier than that. Because the place is going to be, guys, it's going to be like when we played Peyton Manning. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be insanity. Insanity. And I can't wait.
I love it. What I'm gonna do is I see the Jets are on the clock in 1 pick, so I'm just gonna get prepped real fast. I just want to see what it looks like when we go to our draft stream. Make sure it pops up. All right, cool. So Ed, you'll be on here with us when that pops through. We are the one game that I remember that stands out in my head, and it's actually the game before the one you're talking about, and it's we had was it Jets Green Bay. And we needed the Patriots to beat the Dolphins. And I remember the crowd being silent. And then everyone's got the headphones in, they're listening to the radio calls. And then all of a sudden, I think it was a commercial break at the time, and the fans just started going bananas. And you come over the loudspeaker, the New England Patriots have beaten the Miami Dolphins in overtime. And then the Jets came out. I think Wayne Corbett had 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns or whatever it was. Just an absolute beatdown of the Green Bay Packers. That was probably the most electric game that I remember. It was just such a cool feeling. And to roll into the following week, and then you put 40-0 on Peyton?
Yeah, 41-0.
Wild.
Unreal.
Yeah,
absolutely wild.
I miss Chad, but we got Aaron Rodgers at least. Finally, we got a quarterback play again. It's going to be so great. I'm so psyched. I can't even take it.
Man. I love it, GreenBean. Listen, I follow you guys. I love what you bring to Jetville. I love it. I absolutely love it. The passion, I live for that. That's what keeps me going. The passion of our fan base. We are wayward souls through these years and, battling for a home. And there's so many different variables. And, we deserve to win a world championship. This fan base deserves this. And I hope and pray that all I can tell you, fellas, is enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. It started April 24th at 4:37 in the afternoon on 2023. And just enjoy the journey. Remember what I told you. April 24th. 2023 at 4:37 in the afternoon, the Jet Nation turned completely around, and here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Dude, I'm so
I love the
amped
hype.
up. I can't friggin' wait. I'm so fucking fired up. Eddie comes in. He says, from one Long Island native to another, I grew up watching Fireman Ed leading the chants. Love you all. So some love coming in.
Love you,
How about
Eddie.
them Jets? Says Fireman Ed, fired up like Hulk Hogan. I love it. The Raiders
Love
pick
it.
is in, by the way. So we're just one pick away from the Jets 204. Kaiser
Hogan.
also comes in. Kaiser says, I might be going to 2 games this year. Can't wait. Love your chance, Fireman Ed. Yeah, I mean, you're the reason why all of us get so amped up on a Sunday. I mean, every time I see you like stand up and like the chills that go through my body, it's like, oh, here it comes, the anticipation. Like, and then the arms go up. It's like, ah, I'm ready to run through a brick wall.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be like the old days. I really believe that. We've been longing for it. There's no stopping this fan base. There's just no stopping this fan base. It's going to be so insane. And with this social media and the new way of life, the buildup is just gonna be insanity, man. It's gonna be so crazy, and I'm looking so forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I want to see the happy faces. You know, we've had so much misery. We've been at one another's throats at times. It's just it's just the passion, man. We all feel the same way about the green and white. And that's the bottom line, man. And I just want to see joy for everybody. And there's been people that have passed on, and there's so many families that are struggling, and it's going to be a great time. And that's why I say enjoy the journey.
Yeah, it's an escape from reality. That's kind of what I've always used football as, and it's something my dad and I bonded over. He made me a Jet fan, and it's just like always a getaway for me on Sundays. Matt, I see Jets pick is in. I'm going to switch over to this, see if they throw it up on the screen for us.
You're on Breakfast with Peter.
I'm not looking.
My co-host.
I'm not looking at the chat.
The last
just
couple
looking at the
picks,
screen.
they dropped it on us in the commercial break, so we never know when this is going to go through.
It's always surprising this time of the third day of the draft.
Let's see what Ed thinks. This pick.
Yeah, where do you think we go? What type of direction you go?
Well, they already
lifetime warranty.
what us, that. So
And if you want to
Let's
keep the
see
beard,
what winds
use
up happening
Gillette,
here.
A lineup of products designed to cleanse, soften, trim, and style for your best beard. Gillette.
I don't even know who best available is at this point.
I think my mother knew.
I can give you some names.
Just like I know that it won't come in my.
I'm not saying anything. Not
Yeah.
saying anything anymore.
Oh, here we go. Picks in.
Okay.
Got Matlock.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Fridays at 10 on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Ooh, safety. There we go. Jarek
Safety,
Bernard Converse. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about him, but I am very excited that we finally got the safety that we've been trying to get a safety for I feel like years now.
it's an LSU boy. It's an LSU
I like that.
boy, so can't be bad.
Yeah, any of those SEC guys that you can bring in is just so it's huge. They're basically like NFL light down there.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know
man.
what to think. Good position. We're just taking athletic guys now, I think. That's what Joe Douglas likes to do. High upside, athleticism, things like that this late in the draft.
100%.
Special teams.
Yeah, that too. Special teams is important. He has experience on the outside in the slot and at safety, so could play a little bit all over the field, which, and like you said, athleticism is a big part of this on day 3. So I would expect to see him moved around a little bit on defense.
Yeah, maybe some special teams action too. Ryan King drops in. He says, "Be thankful. Remember the Adam Gase years. Love you, Fireman Ed. Originally from Islip, Long Island." Says Ryan.
Islip.
Islip.
Islip. I'm a bad New Yorker.
Boy, Islip.
You're from Jersey.
Let's go.
I'm from Jersey.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Ryan.
Nuz comes in, says, "You are a Jets icon, Fireman Ed. Love you." Getting a bunch of love in the chat.
Thank you for the kind words. Listen, I could never do what I do without the support of the Jet fans, so I never lose sight of that, ever.
Omega says, you are part of my life. Love you, Fireman Ed. He follows it up with good seeing y'all. Good seeing all of you. Jet Nation for life. But question is, at this point, are we satisfied with our offensive line with number 8 under center? So Ed, I guess I'll throw it to you first. How are you feeling about the Jets offensive line right now as it projects into the starting part of the season?
What I loved last night before the night started last night, I wanted that center. I wanted Tippin. I wanted him because here was my thought. All right, I know we signed Connor, and I love Connor. Okay, but we signed Connor. You know, we got banged up last year, right? Consistently on the offensive line. So now you have some versatility because Connor McGovern could play guard. This kid could be the center, and you can move AVT out to the outside if you had to. All right. I mean, there's a lot of versatility going on there. And listen, to me, you can never have enough offensive linemen. I'm a Bill Parcells guy. I remember him saying that years ago. I want a factory of offensive linemen, is what he said. I want a factory of offensive linemen. You can never get enough of them because, listen, who won the world championship? Kansas City Chiefs. How'd they win the world championship? They controlled the Eagles' defensive line. Okay, they controlled the game. And more than not, the offensive line will dictate what's going to happen for a world championship. There ain't too many teams that have won world championships that didn't have a real good offensive line. It just doesn't happen. So
it's huge. You
enough.
said versatility too. Versatility was key. I mean, how flexible was AVT where he was able to go left tackle, right guard, right tackle? And now this type of versatility allows you to put some faith into Mekhi Becton, maybe Dwayne Brown as your bookend tackles. You have, if one of them goes down, you can then slide the other to the opposite side, kick AVT out. I like McGovern at right guard. I like Tippmann at center. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I also like, the fact that we brought in Hackett. I kind of said the same thing about the defense going into last year, where we had a lot of hidden talent that wasn't seen because Lawson had gotten hurt and Vinny Curry had gotten hurt and LaMarcus Joyner had gotten hurt. Now with this year, you're kind of looking at some of the offensive players that maybe underperformed under LaFleur, guys like Tomlinson, even Zach. I was hoping for Elijah Moore, but you got Denzel Mims, even McGovern to some sort of extent. I think it's going to be interesting to see how this offense can really progress with a new offensive coordinator and just where they could really go.
Well, you got number 8 under center, okay? And he changes everything. He makes everybody around him better. The offensive line, he doesn't hold the ball, all right? The offensive line took a shellacking last year because we had no stability in the position, at the quarterback position. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And, they not only added offensive linemen, but they added playmakers, one after the other. I mean, the kid from Kansas City, he's a beast. Hardman's an absolute beast. And you just got this kid from Pittsburgh, the running back from Pittsburgh, another speed. They got so much speed all over the place. They have speed in and out. You get Brees coming back. Listen, Garrett Wilson. You just got such talent. And then you have big boys in Alan Lazard. You got big. You got a little bit of everything. You got a little bit of everything right now that's going to contribute to that team. And I expect Jeremy Ruckert to get more playing time this year. That kid. They didn't draft him and not play him.
Right.
They're going to play that. So, it's exciting, man. It is so exciting. And, Aaron Rodgers spoke about it. He spoke about it right in that press conference. He said when they came, I was out in Lambeau. Matt, were you out there?
I think Tyson went out, right? Tyson and Blewett. I know Blewett was out there too.
Yeah, there was a bunch of us out there. And you know what? He's seen that young team. And he said, what did he say the other day? He said, they smoked us. They smoked us.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Listen, this is all great stuff, man. I couldn't be happier. I could not be happier.
Dean comes in. Dean says, "GreenBean, relax. Have some
Who's
faith
not
in
relaxed?
Joe.
I'm
Have
getting
some
all
hope in
this
the
shit.
picks and love the process right here."
Look, now, Fireman Ed, do I not look relaxed?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
Right?
you're ready to go.
I'm getting it. I'm getting tweets. I'm getting DMs. My Discord. Everybody's saying, "Relax, man." I'm like, fucking sitting here chilling out with Ed. What are you guys talking about?
We're ready to go. Let's go.
That's
Start the
right.
season.
Dude, Ed said some great things about like Rodgers coming in, helping the whole team too. Where I mean, just think about how many like linebackers and safeties came into the box at the tail end of last year because they didn't have any fear of the passing game. Zach Wilson wasn't going to be able to hit guys deep. Mike White didn't have time because you had the offensive line crumbling in pieces. So the running backs kind of got hit. You got, more hits on the quarterback and whatnot. Hopefully we get some roughing the passer calls this year. I don't know if you know this, Ed, but we didn't get one all of last year.
Well, you know what? I was listening to Joe Burrow. He was talking. He had an interview on YouTube with the Nelk Boys, and it was. You get a chance. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you check it out, it's unbelievable. And he refers to this exactly what you just said about not getting calls. Okay, so he said in his first year he didn't get one roughing the passer call, and he was looking at these referees like he was getting murdered. And he's looking at them. And he said that one of the referees told him, you just got here. In other words, you just got here. You got to earn your stripes. Yeah. He said after his second year, when he came in from that injury, he came in and later on in the year started lighting it up. He said it was miraculous. All of a sudden, I was getting all these roughing the passer calls. He goes, it was unbelievable. So
overnight.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going to get roughing the passer calls. Believe me, he's going to get roughing the passer calls, and we'll be just fine with it. We'll be just fine with it. So, listen, Aaron's going to do a lot of things for us, guys, and especially what about controlling the time of possession, which helps our defense. Okay, how many times last year did we look at the time of possession and we didn't have any? How many?
Too
times?
many. Too many.
Yeah, three and out. Think about how much he's just going to help the defense by keeping them fresh longer into games. It's huge.
Tremendous.
Philip pops in. He says, "Fireman Ed, what do you think about our draft in the first and second rounds?"
I loved our draft. I mean, I hate Belichick, so I thought that they would have took Broderick Jones.
Yeah.
And he did, he hates us so much that, imagine him, he was trading with Pittsburgh. All right, now all of a sudden we're buddy, we're trading with him, and this moron drafts a kicker. That's good. I can't stand him.
I know.
That's it. What more can I say? What do you want me to tell you? I can't stand him. Do I think our draft was good? Yeah, I do. I think our draft was good. I mean, the kid, the pass rusher, the kid from Iowa State is. Listen, I would think he's going to be playing linebacker too. They're going to put him all over. He ain't just. He can go in a 2-point stance, but he can. That kid's got a lot of everything. He's an athletic freak. So, listen, Salah loves all those guys. That's what Salah's about. He wants to come in waves. Do I agree with it all the time? I'm sure a lot of us don't. I mean, when I see Quinnen Williams only playing 60% of the snaps, that's a problem. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But
right.
He's the coach. He's the coach. That's why I'm a fan. I'm sitting here as a fan. I mean,
that was kind of where we went day one. Where we were like, oh, we didn't really expect that type of selection. But who are we to say, no, that was a bad idea? We just had a Hall of Fame draft class last year. Maybe we should sit back and just trust our GM. Clearly, he's putting us in a better spot now than when he first got here. So, I mean, it's huge what we're doing right now.
Well, Coach Salad, he turned that whole defense around. I mean, let's be honest. The first year we were hitting our head against the wall. Like, well, this guy's a defensive guru. We absolutely were questioning him. Come on, there was a million times, but he didn't have his guys. You had to give him a chance to get his guys and have his philosophy in there. His second year, obviously, we have, and I think that defense would have been even better if we had any kind of quarterback play.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure that comes off the defense when you don't have to be like, we had to have teams score less than 15 points to have a shot. And heck, we had our defense only give up 3 points to the Patriots, and we still lost. It's just that defense was so dialed in.
I'm sitting behind that bench, and I'm telling you that, you can see things, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that team was so frustrated. I can't begin to tell you the frustration on that sideline, because that really speaks. All right, we're not privy to all that goes on in the locker room. Okay, we don't know what's happening there. Or you only hearsay or your theories. You have all kind. When they're live on that field during that game, all right, for 60 minutes, there's a lot you see if you're fortunate enough to be close enough to see what's happening there. And I'll tell you what, it was alarming, very alarming. I mean, they did not like the kid. They didn't like the kid. And I don't know if they didn't like the kid personally or they just, I mean, I would like to think it was more just the way he couldn't get it going. And they knew they had something good going, and that's got to frustrate all of them. Got to frustrate everybody. So the defense was frustrated. The offense was obviously frustrated. And I'm sure they had issues with Mike LaFleur. Mike was in his first time around, and that's Salah's boy. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I liked Mike LaFleur, but I mean, listen, being an offensive coordinator in this league, you're getting questioned more than anybody on the field. You're
absolutely. And when you have when you have a star player in Elijah Moore, cursing you out in practice, and like it just felt like we weren't using guys the right way. I would have liked to have seen Zach run a few RPOs. It felt like Denzel Mims couldn't see the field, and everything just felt like they were trying to force it into this square hole. I don't know. I think we're going to be a lot more flexible this year.
You know what? There's a couple things that we learned from this regime. Number one, there is no leaks.
True.
That's all buttoned up. And
yeah,
4 o'clock, there's no leaks. So I love that. That's a professional football team. Now we're a professional football. You should not know. You should be guessing. We should be having these forums right now, these platforms where we're trying to figure out what's going on. Not we know what's going on. That's pathetic. All right. And number two, to get to Elijah Moore, listen. They didn't say anything, okay? They left it on, we settled it, it's all good. He's gone. He's out of here. Listen, he's out of here because of one thing. They want a locker room that's all about us and we and us. There is no I in team, okay? And that's what he was. Sorry, if you liked him, great. Listen, he didn't get it. He did not get it. I don't want to hear it. And that's why he's gone. He's gone because of it. All right? And when you have guys like Quinnen Williams and Sauce look back and they took shots at him, all right? Those are your leaders in that locker room. They didn't like it. Right? They were on a 4-game winning streak at that time. Are you kidding me? What a 4-game winning streak.
Right, man.
You don't. If you can't be happy now.
On a winning streak.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Tom Cahill pops in, says, Fireman Ed, you're the soundtrack to my life.
I love that.
That's awesome.
I'm sure there's better things than me. Believe me. I appreciate it.
Sifu says, thumbs down on the number 143, 148, missed Parker Washington and Jay Duncan. That's all right. We're late in the draft at this point. Pappy says, Master at Work, the Patriots fan, has trashed on his own quarterback, Mac Jones, on live stream, so he wants Lamar. Too late now, but still trashing his own quarterback is bad. Yeah, Master at Work is a Patriots YouTuber that, not too thrilled with Mac Jones, but he can kick rocks. He's a Patriots fan. I don't care. I hope he stays there forever.
Listen, so's the rest of the NFL because he's a dirty player.
Yep.
All right? He's a dirty player. And it's going to come back to him, all right? Because these guys, they keep it right in the back of their head, And they go, oh, this is the same guy that's coming sliding and kicking up and kicking somebody in the balls. And all right, and he twisted the one kid, the kid from Carolina, and it hurt the kid.
His leg.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he did. There's like 3 or 4 instances with that kid. All right, so that ain't something. Oh, it's just a rare thing. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. He's a
personality trait,
and you know what? He'll get his.
Absolutely. Dude, I want to see someone just tee him up this year, like more than anyone else. William pops in, says, would not mind the Jets grabbing tight end Jack Kuntz. It would be a pretty funny name to at least see on the back of jerseys. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Jets 7385 says, my entire Jets life has known Fireman Ed. Thanks for the energy brought every week. Lots of love.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey, there's also a guy in the chat, Clifford, who says his dad was your lieutenant.
Yes.
You know him?
Cliffy.
Cliff?
Yep.
Cliff.
Yep. Surrett. Cliffy Surrett. Yep.
There it is.
There you
What's
go.
up, Cliff?
I love that whole family. Great people. College Point, home of champions. Let's go.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Now, Ed, I know we've taken up a lot of your time. I want to thank you so much for coming on. Plug anything you want to plug, what you got going on, and let us know how excited you are for this season. And I need you to do a Jet chant for us.
Yes, sir. Well, you can find me on Fireman Ed 42 on Instagram, and we got our podcast NYJF. All right, we're on Thursday nights. So you'll see us with Jay Capel and my man Kevin Sirkin and Rob Carpenter, the wide receiver. Love them. So
Love it.
All good. Hey, listen, I love you guys. I love what you're doing. Keep bringing the energy, and listen, the journey's going to be great this year. Remember, let's all throw that date out there, right? April 24th, 2023. Let's get a time. We might as well just go with 4. What do you think? What should we go with? 4:38? Because it's.
I like it.
Hey, man,
Ooh,
4:38 and 4:38.
I like it.
That's when the journey started. And you know what? We're going to see a lot of smiling, happy faces this year, and I am going to be one of them. With that being said, as always, J-E-T-S.
Jets. I love it. Fireman Ed, thank you so much for having being on here. You have been ejected from the cockpit.